What's going on, y'all? Your boy's back with another video. I don't know if you have heard of Unk, aka Charleston White. I feel like if you haven't heard of Charleston White, you must be living under a rock. I really rock with Charleston White. I think he's really entertaining. Don't agree with everything he says, but you gotta give it to him. He's a character for sure. He went on Fresh and Fit podcast. I don't know if you know about that podcast, but he having a debate with some chicks on the table. So we gonna react to that. It's gonna be fun. I know that because every time I watch Charleston White, man, it's all the podcasts, whatever he do, interviews and all that, super entertaining, you know? Don't take nothing serious. It's just all entertainment in the end of the day. All right, so let's get into it.
America is thinking about, most people who vote are thinking about themselves. Exactly. What they can get from the president and how he's going to affect their life. Them. They're missing the point. He's the commander in chief. He's strengthening our military. He's changing the condition that our soldiers have to get in to prepare for what's coming for the future.
Do you agree with how he's changing now?
I do, because he's doing it.
Why do you agree with how he's changing now?
How are we hurting? We still partying. We still drinking. Yeah, we have tariff wars and things up.
But for the people who are hurting, that's what I'm saying.
We don't care about the people who are hurting. So why we even bring that up? We don't even know the people who are hurting. Because we got family members and cousins who are hurting who call to borrow money and we ignore their calls. So why we don't care about the people who are hurting? So we even bring that up. We still have vices that are being fulfilled. Whenever we cannot fulfill our vices, whenever all the liquor is still on the liquor store shelf, then we'll be hurting. Long as we can still go to McDonald's and smoke cigarettes and gamble and watch sports, no longer we're not hurting.
Touche.
Good point.
You're letting the media tell you you're hurting.
No. I'm saying,
AKA all that is just a distraction.
for the people who are actually seeing between, you know,
Most people who got food stamps sold their food stamps, so they're not hurting. Most people who I know got food stamps sell half of their food stamps.
For the people who don't sell their food stamps.
For the people who don't sell their food
happens.
stamps, they overspend. They mismanage their time and their money. They had money and they didn't know how to save it. They got a vice.
Also,
Vice
food
of
stamps
living,
are
vice of life.
not actual. I mean, they're benefit. They're not actual like necessary. For example,
I'm
like,
sorry. What did you say?
They're benefit. Doesn't mean you're. What's the word? It's a benefit, not like an actual like.
Bro, I think this dude shouldn't even talk, man. Yo, I don't understand a word he says sometimes, and then he started do shit like this. Bro, let Myron talk, man. I fuck with Myron.
What's the word? It's a benefit, but not actual like, I guess.
Come on, Frank.
Given thing. So, for example,
Use your words.
It's not actually going to be always given. It's a benefit for you, so it can be taken away at any time.
Well, we know that
Privilege,
in a
yeah.
sense.
Exactly. I'm glad you brought that up because we also. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you brought that up
Okay,
because we
bitch.
do. We have the option to change that. We can have a right, or we can have a privilege.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the difference between being a private American or being American under the 14th Amendment. So when you were saying about the corporation of the United States, if you don't like how they're running it,
No, what I said was a lot of people don't realize
Right.
that it is a
That's a crazy ass haircut, man, on this girl on the left with the jean jacket. Her haircut is crazy, man. She look like a bird.
corporation.
Yeah, it's not a country anymore.
Business.
Right,
It's
it
not
is-
a
it is a
country.
business.
It's never been a country. It's always been a business.
Right.
And when people look at it as an actual business that they go to
Facts.
work for, they pay to what it is, and they get their
Yup.
salary in return because it is a business that
and the
you are
fact
in.
that people don't know that that the country, when they refer to the United States, they don't understand that it's a corporation. It brings us back to 1933 when the country went into bankruptcy, right? And they put down that House Joint Resolution 192 where they told the people of the United States, but then this is so crazy. They told
Let
the
it
people,
out.
hey guys, we're going to create this centralized banking system, the Federal Reserve, right? And that's where they tricked everybody, where they told everyone, hey, go ahead and bring us your gold, your silver, your land. And in lieu of that, we're going to give you guys unlimited credit. Right? But then,
Voucher.
but Right. But they didn't know that when they were referring to the United States, it wasn't actually the 50 states.
So let me ask you something.
They were referring to the corporation.
So how was that
of the
bad?
United States.
How was that bad for America when they done that? Because the 80s was good. The
Okay,
90s
so let
was
me tell
good.
you where it's bad, because you
In the 80s and 90s, if a man have a job, he could support the wife and the kids, pay for the house, have a car or two in the front yard, and not struggling at all. Now, even the newborns have to go to work.
Okay, so then they tricked everybody. They told the folks, come on, give us your gold, give us your gold, give us the silver, give us your land. We're going to give you unlimited credit. And that's when they created the Social Security, right?
Who done that? Who went and took in all the gold?
Okay, who took the gold? The corporation, the United States, right?
No.
The
You said
gold reserve is in
so
the
see
UK.
what you
No,
saying not
that's
making
not
sense to
true.
me. You saying they tricked the people to bring
The
in
the corporation.
bring in all your gold.
Right,
So
they make-
what do we have evidence where people who had gold took it and gave it?
Now you're confusing me, because I watched a stream with you on there, and you were agreeing to everything the man had said, and you were like, I had friends that were in jail, and like, now you're confusing
I
me.
never agreed with nothing about we being tricked. The slaves never had gold, so how they got tricked?
Because they were uneducated.
So in the 80s, how was black people vibrant? How was they vibrant in the 20s and built Black Wall Street? Where were they tricked at? And most black people don't even know nothing about credit to be tricked in that field. So
How were they tricked? Through their educational system that they were robbed out of, where they didn't give us this education, where they put
You look at Myron's face. This is pure entertainment.
obstacles in front of us and said, hey, now we got you guys under this credit score system.
I like to remind people that most black people couldn't read during those times, so they wasn't tricked. They wasn't they wasn't into what they were saying. They was trying to survive. So they in their midst of survival, they built Black Wall Street under these same conditions she talked about.
Yep.
I watched many other black people become vibrant, even still to this day, with credit.
Correct.
Using credit. So how is America bad? What they're saying is, I mismanaged my credit. I got tricked and I didn't understand credit. All Americans didn't get tricked under whatever system she's saying. Because why was it to all? It's an individual decision. It's an individual decision.
That's true, because at the end of the day, when the cops pull you over, they tell you, oh, well, just because you didn't know.
Well, your mama didn't mess your credit up. The federal banking system, whatever they created, it had nothing to do with your
so
credit
it
being
falls
bad.
back
to them.
on us, individuals.
The slaves couldn't read. You know what? They knew how to build houses. They knew how to fix tractors.
They traded.
They wasn't into reading what the white man had to say. They was into being left alone and building a vibrant community and staying with their family. When you started trying to figure out what the white man say, you started eating at their restaurants. Started
And the
going
ones
to
they
their
did
schools,
learn better.
abandoning what you know how to do for your survival.
Yep.
So stop worrying about what got tricked 30 years ago and learn about AI and technology. Because that federal banking reserve system is not even working for America today. They got Bitcoin.
And not just
They got
AI
Bitcoin. They got
and
digital
technology.
currency.
Yep.
Well,
Nobody could have predicted this.
Learning still how to use your hands.
This is the information age. We cannot be tricked now.
well, Charleston,
It's a fair
I'm
playing
trying to
zone.
figure out right now whether they're all single. I mean, at this point,
There we go. I'll pick up to a strip club talking. I won't talk.
I feel like for the fresh guy, right, I think they should definitely put subtitles. Because I never understand what he's saying. Maybe a cast, maybe like a 1 or 2 word, and then the rest are like, eh.
Wait, what did you say? I'm sorry.
why you're still all single?
I actually wrote that question.
See, I wasn't the only one. Even the girl who's in that same room, just almost next to him, can't understand what he's saying.
Choice.
Before I go into that, I didn't want to interrupt because I saw that you guys were having a conversation, but going back to the mustache man real fast. The reason why he disliked the Jews. Yeah.
Which mustache man?
The reason why he didn't like the Jews is because they're a diaspora people that serve themselves and subvert the host country that they're in
Who did
to
different.
benefit themselves.
There you go.
And, obviously this is before the land of Israel, but now they kind of benefit the state of Israel. Control, they're the main pushers of transgenderism, communism, feminism, media, music, pornography, finance, government. And they use all that to their benefit, right? To benefit themselves, practice nepotism, etc. And they stick together. There's a saying, if one Jew gets money, 10 other Jews are going to get money as well. So that tribalism and that nepotism has allowed them to, utilize their power structure for their own benefit. And that's why we're waging wars on their behalf all across the Middle East. And that's why we support Israel so much, because we have an ridiculous amount of Israeli influence in our government embedded, and they donate quite a bit of money.
BlackRock.
So that's really what it is. Yeah, all the heads of BlackRock are all Jews.
BlackRock, there you go.
Hollywood, everything.
BlackRock. It's
So,
BlackRock across the board.
I always say that they control every critical structure
Entity.
point in the United States,
business,
whether it's
yes.
social media, big tech, etc.
Charleston,
So it's like having a big bully on your team, and whoever you point at, he'll go get.
Charleston, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Knowing all this information about who's doing what, how do you stop it?
Stop worrying about it.
Stop thinking about it. Stop making it your focus.
Because
What are you gonna do?
I was taught a prayer as a kid. God grant me the serenity to tell everything that I cannot change. The
That you
courage to
cannot
change the
what?
thing that I
Change. There
can.
you
And
go.
the wisdom to know the difference.
There you
Why is a person that can barely pay their bills thinking that high up when they can barely get it together down here? Why are you trying to figure out world issues when you can step on your porch and you and your neighbor can fix the street?
The community.
Yes.
So why are you entertaining this? And when you was in school, you didn't pay attention. So where are your goals? Where are your aspirations?
Yeah. What you trying to say? He's saying people are like too lost, pointing fingers at other things, but they're not like paying attention to stuff they can actually fix what's in their power. Fixing the government and all the other things, banks, politics, all that stuff. It's not in your hand. Like if you're a regular 9 to 5, like me, like a regular Joe, listen, don't worry about that. What you can do is fix what's in your power, which is what's around you pretty much. Your family, your own home, the neighbor that you have. That's it, man. Don't worry about what's going on that's not in your control. That's how you get distracted, and then you lose focus on what you're supposed to be doing for your own people.
Focus on. So there was a time I thought just like them, but I was poor with a lot of time and idle mind. I don't have time now to get in the government. I don't know what they talking about. It ain't happened yet. And when it do, it'll take years to get to me. I stay focused locally. It has way more of a direct impact on my life. Starting with myself, my family, my kids, my household. I try not to look outside of there.
Yeah,
So you're saying
I agree.
focus on what you can control in your immediate environment.
Only, yeah. You can't control the world.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
So that becomes a burden to even give it the energy and the thought process, because the energy that it causes, the emotion that it takes from. It's sad to think, nigga, I want to think hoes, party, fun, life, elevation. So if I'm focused on me and what I got going on, I hear what's going on in the world, but I'm not giving it no thought.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. That's good.
Are you still not dealing with children? That was sounding crazy. Are you still educating and dealing with and mentoring?
No, ma'am. Only poor men mentor people.
Why do you say that?
Because rich men don't have time. They just donate some money. So
That's one factor.
But what does donating money do if you're not teaching?
Even the people that's teaching got to ask for money. That's why they got a 501c3 and don't have no money.
Okay, so
That's why some of the teachers out here, man, they broke.
you don't focus on mentoring and or giving.
I focus on resources. When I mentor, I'm mentoring for an hour or two, only for that kid to go back into the same conditions, same situation.
Sure.
All I'm doing is chasing my tail. How can I impact this kid?
That's
To
a better
change the
question.
condition. And mentoring don't do that.
No,
I need to try
right.
to get his mama a job.
Right.
I need to go in the house.
Right.
I need to go in the house and see, do he even have a bed to sleep on while I'm
Right.
mentoring?
Resourcing.
I-
Resources.
yeah.
That's what our
I love
community
it. And
needs.
that's where my nonprofit
And not only,
comes
not
in.
only
Honest
that,
talking.
not only that, when we got resources, what alternative do we have other than locking
Other
them
than
up?
that, yeah.
So we hadn't created no alternatives.
Okay.
So we need to focus on creating alternatives. So I started creating alternatives. Saying, Your Honor, if you let me have him and send him over to my program, we'll save the state some money where you ain't got to send him over there.
I like that better because a lot of nonprofits doesn't realize that it really takes more resourcing and not just programming.
Nonprofits is a hustle.
Very
To
profitable
help.
business,
Yeah,
nonprofit.
nonprofit
Very
is a hustle.
profitable.
Good.
But research, right? When it comes down to the
Alternatives
actual
is
resourcing,
It's a tax evasion process.
Yep.
They
Yeah.
make a lot of money. There's
Of
nobody's
course.
working without profit.
So when I hear nonprofit, I hear con artist.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, and cha-ching.
and that was the purpose of me asking in reference to. I know you were doing and started out doing a lot.
I was.
With,
That's when you're idled.
okay.
You're idle. How can? That's what happened to Dr. King and Malcolm X. They gave so much of themselves away. Their children didn't get them.
I heard that. I heard you
And
say
they
that,
family-
and I
and
see
they-
their
and they family
children
is poor
are
today.
saying that.
And
Yeah,
their family is poor today.
yeah. Other than the legends, other than the legacy that they left in reference to history, but
there's
yeah.
no legacy. The Smithsonian Museum owns Dr. King legacy. That's
Well, yeah,
white
that's now true. Yeah.
We don't own it.
Yeah.
The only thing his family owns is the Bible. And
Dang.
Dexter want to sell that because they need some money.
Yeah.
Dang.
So when I started learning that,
Everybody needs some money right now, man. 2025. Oof. People are like lining up at the pawn shop to sell stuff. I don't know what's going on. A lot of crime rate is going up because it's poverty. You know, everything is so expensive that people can't afford to feed their family. Even if you're a young son and you see your mom struggling and you applied for 100 jobs already and you haven't heard nothing back, what you gonna do? I'm not telling you what to do, but some man out here, some young man will go and, you know what I'm saying? Like get it by any means. Because their mama's struggling. They probably have a sister who's hungry at home.
my mother says a wise man stores up a inheritance for his children. So our black leaders wasn't wise.
Different perspective, and I never
Wow,
heard it
I've
that
always
way.
thought about
Yeah.
that. I've always thought about that because I'm like, look, even bless Bob Marley, but you know,
They
But
children
just
resent
even
us.
with-
Even Julio Cesar Chavez, if you watch the movie, his son began to resent his father.
Yeah.
Because you're not here with
because
me.
you're not
Because
here
you're
with the
not here,
kid.
yeah.
You're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I resented the people my mother helped. My mother was a foster parent after she retired from General Motors.
Oh wow.
I resented my cousins who she would have to get out of.
Take in.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm nice sometimes. But when I want my own room and they're invading our space, I'm going to mistreat them. Because my mother is helping them, but it's hurting us while she's helping
At
them.
the same time.
So people who help hurt the people they love because they're out giving themselves away.
Live it every day.
And if you ain't got no
Understand
money
that.
when he died, man, nah.
Live it every
Only
day.
for these people to wake up every day and there's really no reverence for Dr. Martin Luther King.
Exactly.
Nobody cares anymore.
Nobody cares.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hell nah, man. So I don't want to be I didn't want to be that. I want to enjoy life and have fun. And trying to save your people, you can't.
Speaking of fun, back to these hoes. Why are you single?
Why am I single?
Rich.
Say back to these.
She's rich.
Not that. It's just finding a quality guy.
All right,
Someone
let
who
me
is.
let me make
Here
it a
we
bit
go.
more
Here goes
direct.
the question.
How about this? Name one reason or one thing that is keeping you single. It could be you're too picky. It could be men are too short. It could be men are too ugly. Guys aren't financially attractive. It could be any of these different things. But what is the foremost reason that you're still single? In your
Tornado.
opinion,
Tornado.
tornado.
Do you know how many men I have met or talked to? Their lives are a tornado.
Oh.
They don't have anything.
Nothing in place. They got too many.
Yo, she look like she's in her like 40s. Are you telling me that you didn't come across one man in 40 years that was like everything that you wanted? Maybe not everything, maybe 80%. You're not gonna get 100% anywhere. That only exists on social media, movies, and stories. That's it. Made up stories too, not the real shit. Felt like I didn't talk that much. But you know, when the uncle's talking, all you wanna do is listen anyways. Hey, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Take care of yourself. I'm out.